the big misunderstandings about diners, drive-ins, and dives is that I eat at burger joints like all the time, which is not really the case. So when I do eat at a burger joint, it's gotta be a place that's, outside the box. So here I am outside of Boston in Somerville, Mass. to check out the Boston Burger Company.
Homemade, fresh. You don't feel like you're eating something out of a box.
Handmade and grilled up daily by owner Paul Malvoni.
Table 2, hot mess.
Who mailed in a job at the post office to get back to his restaurant roots.
Got the Pilgrim Burger. Turkey burger, stuffing, cranberry mayo. It's basically Thanksgiving dinner in your mouth.
But he's got this one burger.
The Mac Attack.
That's the dictionary definition of comfort food.
Mac and cheese and a burger, 2 best things.
You totally recommend it to anybody that's a burger fan?
Highly recommend.
It's wicked awesome. I'm gonna make some mac and cheese. I'm gonna make the cheese sauce. Take our chopped onions, the butter. We're gonna let that sweat up. I'm gonna throw the flour right in.
Okay, so we've got the roux built, cooked out the flour, got the onions in there. Now we're gonna go with some milk.
We're gonna go with some milk. Cheeses, American. Gonna throw some cheddar.
Cheddar. Wicked cheddar.
Nah, we gotta definitely get the accent going. We'll work on that. And we're gonna throw some shredded cheddar jack cheese.
So stir it up, get it done. All right, cheese sauce is made.
Gonna throw a little hot sauce.
Andale.
All right, we're gonna throw some Parmesan, a little Pecorino Romano. How you doing with that right there? And we're gonna throw in some salt and pepper. We're just gonna mix this right up. It's like a workout.
You're a champion. You can do it, man. Work out harder. Now you dump it in the pan, let it set up overnight.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Throw a burger right down.
Okay. Nice 80-20, never frozen.
Never frozen. We make every one of these by hand every day. We'll throw on some bacon.
The bacon's cooked to order each time?
Yes, sir. This way it comes out nice. It's gonna be nice and pliable. Buns on. We toast all our buns.
And the buns are local?
The buns are local. Throw that right on the grill. Put some cheddar jack cheese on.
I'm gonna get like one of those road construction signs on my heart. Look at this. I've seen ridiculous in the burger world. This might have to be a contender.
Mac Attack.
Look at that goodness on the flat top. I'm telling you what, pretty rockin' mac and cheese, bro. Really good meat in the burger. It's got good tooth to it, good chew, good texture, good fat. The bun does a great part where it just kind of absorbs into all these flavors. But if you're gonna go for a big burger, put mac and cheese on, it's pretty gangster.
Go big or go home.
Or come here and go home big. I'm here in Orlando, Florida, in the Milk District, because right down the road is the T.G. Lee Milk Factory. And what kind of restaurant do you want next to a milk factory? A bakery. And not just any bakery. This one I found back in 2017 was probably single-handedly keeping the butter industry alive. And I was there for it. Who am I kidding? I still am. This is 7 Bites.
I got a biscuits and gravy and a Southern Cuban.
7 Bites is kind of an institution now.
Anytime I go to a Triple D restaurant, it's pretty amazing.
Sheer Southern funkiness. If you leave here hungry, you did something wrong.
You can thank Trina Gregory and Virginia Probst for making sure you're all filled up. All right, I told you this when I met you, that you're something special. I'm not a big sweets person, but you're not just a bakery. You do everything.
So when you come here, you get traditional flair, like the chicken pot pie, and you also get things that are a spin on traditional, like the Sloppy Joe.
Coming out of Drunken Sloppy.
What is this?
This is the Drunken Sloppy. So it's...
No, I didn't say who am I. I said, what is this?
Sloppy Joe.
We start with bacon fat. Add in our green pepper and our onion, ground beef, flour, water, and now all the delicious seasonings. Granulated garlic, onion powder, pepper, salt, yellow mustard, Worcestershire sauce. Got a little bit of brown sugar in there, ketchup, and finally the chili sauce.
And we do per magic sauce.
Butter, onion, IPA, celery seed, pepper, nutmeg, granulated garlic, salt. Add our flour to make a roux. Add the milk, cream cheese, processed cheese, Parmesan cheese, mozzarella cheese, Swiss cheese, pimento cheese. It's really getting nice and thick. And finally, our beer cheese.
Delicious. I love the Sloppy Joe sauce. I love the multiple textures from the ground beef to the bacon to the shredded beef. And the beer cheese is beer cheese, beer cheese.
Yes.
It's not joking around beer cheese.
Nope. Got a Drunken Sloppy in the window.
It fills you up big time.
The fact that it was smothered in the beer cheese sauce, it was righteous.
Let's send out this Cuban.
I mean, what's happened? What changed?
We were a recommended Michelin restaurant.
Out.
Yep. One of the only breakfast restaurants.
Well, you're way more than breakfast restaurant.
I mean, we're breakfast, brunch, lunch, and a full-service
breakfast,
bakery.
brunch, lunch, go to the gym. So I'm here in the center of it all, right downtown in Colorado Springs, Colorado, to check out a funky burger joint. That was back in 2015. And thankfully, the menu is still as funky as the name. This is the Skirted Heifer.
I got a B&B for Bob.
The Skirted Heifer is the best burger in Colorado, if not the nation.
Burger of the week is ready.
Everything's made from scratch, homemade.
I think Guy picked a great place. You can't find another burger like this.
And believe me, I've looked. But these burgers could only have come from the imagination of Kevin and Suzette McGarry and continued on by their son, Kevin.
Where's your mom? She's done. What? She hung them up.
You're in charge?
I took over and things have been running smooth. The medium rare is turning out really good, you guys.
I love that it's a family business that's being passed down.
Really impressive how much your whole family gets involved and what you put into this.
Extra patty classics coming back to you guys.
Sometimes you just want to go straight for the classic, though.
Your classic Skirted Heifer?
The classic is a staple of the Skirted Heifer. A handful of shredded Wisconsin cheddar, just caramelized cheese that rolls off your burger.
2 skirts going down.
This skirt around the burger. How did you learn about it?
By watching your show.
There you go. What'd you bring me?
This is our classic Skirted Heifer.
This is the one that started it.
The burger that put us on the map. We use my grandma's old pizza dough recipe to make our focaccia buns. Double grade Caputo flour from Italy. Yeast, salt, sugar. Let the dry ingredients get all fully incorporated. We're gonna add our water now. Turn that back on. Olive oil and eggs take about 15 minutes getting really nice and blended. Cut off a nice little chunk, make them into nice round buns and let them start proofing to the right shape overnight. We're gonna dimple them, in-house roasted garlic, focaccia salt, egg wash, olive oil, bake it at 450 degrees for 7 minutes, and then we were gonna flip and rotate for another 7 minutes.
The focaccia, it's very hearty and it's got great chew. It's got great texture, but it's light, so you get to appreciate the burger. Is it still the grass-fed, grass-finished beef?
Absolutely. Add our focaccia salt, douse it with cheddar cheese. We're gonna skirt that heifer and go right for it. Lettuce, red onions, pickles on here, tomatoes, our homemade heifer sauce. Start with our mayo, homemade ketchup, pickle juice, seasoning salt.
That's doing it right. I mean, that's a 10 out of 10.
Right on. Flipping the classic, cheese in the skirts.
They have the freshest beef, skirt it with cheddar cheese. You get nice scoopy, kind of crispy cheese. It's really awesome.
The heifer sauce is creamy, but it has this tangy flavor. It just pairs well with the meat and the cheese.
The homemade focaccia bun is so good. Classic Italian bread with garlic and herbs. You can't go wrong with it.
Down here in Phoenix, Arizona, I love coming down here. The weather, I mean, those warm nights, sitting outside, listening to great tunes, eating great food, hanging out with your friends. I mean, it's just, I wish someone could make a restaurant concept around that. Oh, yeah, they did. This is the Deuce.
Hot pie, Slick Willie, come on up. Enjoy, buddy.
There's nothing like it in Phoenix.
Just normal in Phoenix?
No, this is a great place to hang out. Look at it. I mean, you have everything. Shopping, boxing, food, bar.
Shopping, boxing, food, and bar. All things Windy City Transplant Steve and Andy Rosenstein love.
It's almost like our personal playground.
You guys been in the ring?
Yes. I boxed my brother 2 days before his wedding in that ring because his rehearsal dinner was here.
Seriously? And what is your favorite menu item?
The mac and cheese bites. These are good.
Mac and cheese muffins?
Mac and cheese muffins.
Two of my favorite words. Butter?
Butter. The flour. Add in the milk. So we're gonna add a little Worcestershire.
I have some salt here too. Would you like that?
I would love that, thank you. Now we're ready for the Gruyere.
Whose recipe was this?
This is mine. We're gonna add a little cheddar. Local goat cheese.
Local goat cheese?
Unbelievable taste. Delicious.
Mmm, I like the tang of that.
Gonna fold that in and dump the pasta now.
Oh, we should probably just test this. I'll go be fine. Camera's not on, is it? Okay.
We're actually gonna make a little bit of a panko mixture to put on the bottom of the muffin tin. Start with panko crumbs, extra virgin olive oil, add in some fresh ground garlic.
Want me to hit this?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Really good, so they come right out easily.
Really good.
Like really good. So fresh Parmesan cheese.
So that little mixture now?
Now we're going to fill it. Just fill a little bit on the bottom of each.
When you do that, I'm just gonna make sure that nothing has changed over here on this. Okay. Now we blind bake this off?
Yep, brown for about a minute. And now we're going to fill them.
What?
Sprinkle,
Sprinkle that on top so it gets a little crunch on top.
Yep.
Bake them off.
For about 8 to 10 minutes. 10 muffins in a basket.
10? Oh, it's like culinary Christmas. Look at that little mac and cheese nugget slammer popper. Shut the front door. Just enough to hold it together. And whatever of the fat of the cheese that was melting got captured down here in the little panko zone. The key is the outside crunchiness.
Yeah.
This is like an extra week now at the gym. You're the bomb, Andy. You gotta try this one.
Delicious. A little crunchy and then chewy.
Does everybody in Phoenix know about this?
It's still a little underground, but more and more people are finding out about it.
I mean, you can't beat it. It's just the dish.
I want to see these two in the ring.
Let's go!
So when I first heard about Florida, one of the terms I heard was snowbird. I said, what's a snowbird? Well, it's everybody that wants to avoid the snow. They fly on down to Florida, enjoy the great weather. So how do you feed all these East Coast folks when they come down to Key Largo? If they want some real deal, old school Italian-American food, well, you bring them right here to DiGiorgio's Cafe Largo.
Seafood risotto.
They brought a little taste of Italy to the Keys.
Chicken marsala in the window.
Hands down, the best Italian food you're gonna find anywhere.
Coming from the DiGiorgio family cookbook that Robert inherited from his restaurateur father, Pasquale. When did you come over from Italy?
In 1962. I was 21.
What year did you open your first restaurant in Miami?
1968.
Robert followed in his dad's footsteps and opened this joint in 1992, doing his own take on the family classics.
Truffled Lobster Mac and Cheese.
Truffle Lobster Mac and Cheese is to die for.
The pasta is fresh. It's made from scratch.
Well, we have a pasta extruder here that my father bought and handed down to me.
Beautiful machine.
We're gonna make a version of cavatelli here.
Okay.
You have two different kinds of semolina. One's grainier, one's more powdery. Put them in the hopper of the pasta machine.
Okay.
Salt, pepper, garlic powder combination.
Then we go with the eggs.
We add water until we get the desired texture.
Look at this. Can I just have one of these in my house? Oh, look at how gentle it is. Throw me some soft music behind this, please. Somewhere turning. Like little tears of angels. Gorgeous.
We're gonna take our whole fresh Florida lobster. We're gonna let it cook for a few minutes. And we're gonna add our celery, carrots, and onions.
Little garlic.
Cracked black pepper. Our brandy.
Brandy makes it dandy.
Gotta add my water.
Okay. Now, how long is this gonna sit here?
About 2.5 hours.
Awesome. Strain it.
Let's get our frying pan hot. Some of our reduced stock. Ready to add our heavy cream.
Let that reduce a bit.
We're gonna add a little roux to thicken it up. Then we have a combination Asiago, Fontina, Parmesan, mozzarella, little smoked provolone in there.
Living on the edge.
Fold in our lobster.
There we go.
Our house-made cavatelli.
There's a ton of cheese in there.
House-made truffle breadcrumbs.
Okay. And then we're gonna throw it in the salamander, toast off the breadcrumbs, and then we're ready to serve.
We're ready to go.
Okay. Look at that. That lobster is out of bounds. We got a lot of great restaurants in the area, but to know all the history, sharing your recipes and your experience with your son, you're doing it right, buddy. You're doing it right. Thank you,
sir.
Nice job. I'm right outside of Leavenworth, Washington on Highway 2, cruising down the road with the family on the way to the campground, and I look to my right and I go, wait a second, I'm not in New Jersey, but look at that beautiful, sparkling diner. I gotta check it out. This is the 59er Diner. Let's go, kids.
Wait, Dad, isn't this the drive-in?
No, it's a diner.
Philly cheesesteak sells.
59er Diner is a destination.
The food is dynamite. Bacon cheeseburger.
The feel is incredible. The decor, the neon lights.
And even though this old school spot has hit a few bumps in the road, owner, Wild Man Joe Canada,
cheesesteak burger,
keeps the joint rocking and rolling.
It's a brand new diner. We had an old diner. 2016, we had an unfortunate fire, burned the building down. That day, I had T-shirts made that said, make lemonade.
In that situation, that's what you gotta do.
They built this diner in Georgia in 6 pieces, and they drove it cross-country.
It is beautiful.
It's classic diner food at its finest.
Mozzarella sticks with homemade marinara.
The mozzarella sticks are so good.
The dipping sauce is out of this world.
It looks like you take your mozzarella sticks very seriously.
We got an egg wash here. We're gonna throw a few spices in. Sugar, garlic powder, a little oregano, paprika, dry mustard, lemon pepper, black pepper.
It goes right in the egg wash.
Right in the egg wash.
Okay. You want some milk in this too?
Just a touch. Okay, that's good.
We have the beautiful mozzarella logs that were cut into the precise
5/8 of an inch, 5/8 by 5/8.
There you go.
Flour on them, then you gotta knock the flour off.
Went to the egg wash.
Into the panko. So you go like this, and then hit the ends. We're gonna batter them again.
The little roll thing is interesting. So it keeps it from being square. Now it becomes a little bit more round. Handmade, real deal. If it tastes half as good as it looks, it's gonna be a great mozzarella stick. After they set up for a couple hours, they'll fry at 350.
That's right. And we're gonna serve them with some fresh marinara.
All right, Big Joe.
Throw a little olive oil in the bottom. It's all about garlic. Just a hint of brown in there. And the plum tomatoes. Very nice. A little more tomato.
He's doing exactly what you're supposed to do. You go and rinse these cans with water to get every little last bit of the tomato out of there. A little bit of the water in there.
A little salt, a little sugar, oregano, a little Italian seasoning.
And we'll let this cook down how long, Joe?
Just 45 minutes or an hour. Cheese sticks, a little marinara.
And that's all she wrote.
Ooh, that's gooey.
That's what I'm talking about. The fact that you can contain all the cheese inside of this without having the blowouts is outstanding, because that's one of the biggest challenges. You fry it just the right amount to where the cheese is melted, not too oily, and you still got really nice crunch. That's a legit cheese stick.
Mozzarella sticks.
The mozzarella sticks are amazing.
The mozzarella is hot and fresh. They crunch, they pull.
The marinara is really good.
You know where East and South Palm Canyon meet in Palm Springs? Well, I'm right there, but not there. I'm in an alley right behind it. And a buddy of mine told me if it's funky, you'll find it, right? I said, yeah. And he says, well, I got a funky joint for you. It's a crepe place. I said, I don't really like crepes. He says, don't worry. They're not sweet crepes. They're savory crepes. I said, a savory crepe joint in Palm Springs? I got to check it out. This is Gabino's Creperie.
Turkey cheddar up.
Gabino's is incredible. They have big, savory crepes.
Totally different than what you would expect from a sweet crepe.
Chicken ranch is up.
Never had a crepe like it.
And that passion for creative crepes was cooked into Marcel Ramirez as a kid.
I remember being on my dad's lap, just whipping up batter.
And it ended up changing his life.
I was up to no good. I said, I gotta do things a little different here. So I just kind of started experimenting and created a non-traditional savory crepe.
Don't tell the French that they got nothing on these guys.
But good luck finding it your first time.
If you drive by, there's a chance you won't even see it.
I would describe it as a hole in the wall.
Tucked away, super cute in a little alley.
Then the little partial door window over here is where they serve the food out.
Cheesesteak for table number 3.
To put a Philly cheesesteak into the crepe is just an anomaly. You're not gonna see it anywhere else.
It's like perfect bite.
Now we got our cheesesteak.
You take a ribeye.
And we partially freeze it, and then we deli slice it paper thin. We have our cheese sauce.
Processed cheese.
Whole milk, a little pinch of salt, vacuum seal it up, and we drop it in hot water until it's melted.
So the ribeye shaved.
Oil.
That is thin.
Salt, pepper, garlic, and grilled onions.
Hey, so this is my buddy Mark Tadros, great chef, has the date farm here in Palm Springs.
What's up, my man?
When you told me to come check this joint out, I'm like, I've never seen crepes like this.
Marcel's a wizard, bro.
You hooked me up, brother. I appreciate it. Masterpiece.
Gonna add a little bit of chimichurri, and then we're gonna throw the Mama G, and then we got our cheese.
Dead man walking right here, folks. Everything you love about cheesesteak. Tender beef, caramelized onions, processed cheese on there. A little extra creaminess coming from the Mama G sauce. What puts it over the top is where you typically get that big cheesesteak bun. Don't get me wrong, I love. But not all the time does everybody want all that. This supports the experience, not nearly as much carb, and it gives you a whole nother level of texture. Outstanding.
Thank you.
Delicious.
Thank you.
2 Philly cheesesteak crepes.
The meat synergized really well with crepe itself.
It's like a symphony. This all makes sense.
Chicken Caesar up. It's like a whole experience. I mean, you have a type of food that you can't get anywhere else, the way they do it. The service is amazing. Like, it's just a vibe. So to have him right in Palm Springs is a gift.
To see a guy like yourself that was trying to find his way in life and fell back on something he loved, your whole family's gotta be proud. The crepes are legit. Here I am, East Amherst, New York, about 20 miles from downtown Buffalo, to visit a place that's been voted best burgers 3 years running. Now, that's enough of a reason to visit a joint, right? But get this, there's a kicker. This place was actually the old hunting lodge for Grover Cleveland. You know, Grover Cleveland, the president? Isn't that cool? Here we are at Grover's.
Coming out up on a cheddar burger.
Huge, it's like a sewer lid on a bun.
Big bruiser. That is a big burger, yes.
Steak sandwich with onions and peppers, fantastic.
Medium wings.
Parmesan cheese really mellows out the heat.
Where'd you learn all that?
Your shows.
Anything Georgina has on the menu is good.
That'd be Georgina Hartman.
Cheddar cheeseburger medium. Well, I was working in the kitchen when I was 15.
Back when her mom, Joni, opened the place.
Well, thank you so much for coming again.
Were the burgers always the size of
We always
manhole
did.
covers? Meatloaf with fries.
We always have the wings.
Single order of medium wings. And get a load of this one.
Cheeseburger soup.
Yep, Cheeseburger Soup.
It's just what it says it is. Cheese broth with large chunks of burger in it. Excellent.
I got a bowl of cheeseburger soup.
Not having to worry about the bun and all that kind of stuff. It's just fantastic.
Tastes like a cheeseburger in a bowl.
Okay, now I've never heard of that.
Yeah. First thing we do is put in the wonderful butter. Let this soften up a tad. All right, now you can give me the onions.
Got it?
We have to wait now for these to sweat out.
Sweat those down, turn them translucent. And now, here's the new burger that they're serving here at Grover's. This is the 4-pounder. See, this is a great move. You get some of that charred texture that you get on flat top.
Yeah.
So, you glaze the pan?
With water. And then I'm gonna put my chicken base in there. Next, half and half.
Okay.
Could you pass the slurry, please?
Is that a flour slurry or a...
Yes, flour and water. Now we'll put in the cheese sauce.
I thought it was mustard, and I'm like, I don't know how possible you could put that much mustard
You thought
in.
it was mustard?
Who made this recipe up?
Actually, I did. I just played with it, and this is what happened. Now we put in that wonderful burger. Next, lettuce.
We're really gonna put lettuce and tomato in this.
Yes, we are. Is there lettuce on a cheeseburger?
Well, I know there is, but
Yeah.
I don't know about this.
And lastly, the tomatoes. We mix it all together, and we're all done. Ready to taste it.
This is crazy. It smells like cheeseburger.
Here's to ya.
No way. This is, no kidding, liquid cheeseburger. Super flavor. I mean, it's really awesome. Not too cheesy. Right size of tomato. And you know what makes it? The lettuce. That little bit of sweetness to it.
Glad you're enjoying it.
This is like my 19th spoonful. But it's so delicious.
I love it, and it's wonderful.
1 cup of cheeseburger soup. Look at that monster bite. What do you got for me? 2 thumbs up? You heard it right from him.
And there's the cheeseburger soup for you.
I don't think we could ever copy this.
We split it if you want to have some wings, too.
So I'm here in Nashville, Tennessee. Gotta love it. I mean, killer barbecue, great music, and you never know who you'll run into. So anyhow, I'm here to check out a joint that's doing grilled cheese, but grilled cheese to a different level. It's not just what they're serving, it's what they're serving it from. Get this, a food truck. This, was that? Nah. Anyhow, this is the grilled cheeser.
We have 2 Macs on the grill.
It's not trying to be fancy, it's just good and what's right.
Short rib melts.
Translation, gangster grilled cheeses and standout soups. A simple menu that Chef Crystal DeLuna Bogan and her musician husband Joseph have stuck to since they opened the truck in 2010.
I got a pimento mac going out with the soup. We got some Tennessee cheddar.
It's a monster.
It's a 40-pound block. We're gonna cut this up, shred it up for the pimento mac and cheese base.
So you're gonna cut the cheese?
I'm gonna cut this cheese with this knife.
So no processed cheese in this crew?
No, sir.
Delicious, okay. So cheese is done.
We're gonna make some mayo. Eggs. Garlic, spice mix, paprika, cayenne, pepper, and then
Hot sauce?
Hot sauce. Again, the mayo.
The slow stream.
So stream. and then the oil. So this kind of replaces the whole roux
I gotcha.
situation. This actually makes it a lot more gooey, and we love our mayo here in the South. All right, now we just assemble. So we got our mac, already cooked it, and just some salted boiling water, a little oil. We got our mayo
this
base.
girl thinks she was some pretty little bartender. This girl been cooking.
And here comes the good stuff. We got our cheese.
I'm digging it.
We just want a little bit of noodle, just for some texture, but it's mostly about the cheese.
Righteous.
And then we're just gonna add our roasted peppers. So that's basically it. Assembly time. So we're gonna butter the bread.
Okay.
This is our special butter mix.
Which is
Butter and mayo.
I like it.
Pimento mac and cheese. Some of our beautiful local tomatoes, bacon bits, and then we finish it off with the same cheddar that we've just sliced.
And we go to the grill.
Yeah.
Get it.
Then we press it down.
How long does that take to melt?
About 2.5 minutes on each side. It's all melty. Cut it on halfway. We present it open faced so you can see all the goodness.
Okay.
We'll serve it up with some of our house-made pickles.
So the roasted red pepper and tomato soup.
Little basil oil on top. Pimento mac and cheese. Melts.
So I gotta try this sandwich by itself.
What do you think about that?
You know what? I'll tell you something. If you're left with just pimento by itself, well, there's not enough texture.
Yeah.
Texture was the one. But you put the pasta in there and the tomato. A little bit of spice coming out of that as well. This is where it goes on. Uh-huh.
Yeah. That's how you do it.
That's so good. I'm gonna go into like a little dream sequence. I am telling you what, this just takes me back to childhood.
It's a labor of love, so we better produce.
And call it the grilled cheesery?
We're the place where grilled cheeses are made.
We're the place that dreams about grilled cheeses are fulfilled. So I'm here on the 99E highway, about 17 miles from Eugene, Oregon, 97 miles from Portland, in this little farming community. Now, this is an unincorporated town called Lancaster, and the lady that owns the town, well, her son happens to own the only restaurant in town. Now, you think that's interesting? Wait till you see the menu. This is Junkyard Extreme Burger and Brats.
Okay, I've got a Wisconsin and a Chicago.
I'm a big eater, and I like big hamburgers and big hot dogs, and this is definitely it.
You can expect to get messy.
We never suffer from a lack of food when we come here.
And that's how owners Craig and Kim Zumwalt like it, big and bold. After working in Nashville's music biz, Craig headed back home and opened this place in '06. How many people live here in Lancaster?
Probably about 30.
Wow. Is this a trailer?
It's a race trailer.
And then you built the shed on next to it?
Yes.
This place also has one funky drive-through.
This is a total farm community, so they drive up in everything. Horses, combines, tractors, you name it.
Bo and Luke Duke come by often?
Okay, I've got a party in your mouth and a fried cheese pizza.
Today I'm having the fried cheese pizza. The best part is the cheese, and that's what the crust is.
And what are we gonna make?
We're gonna make Crustless pizza. It's a fried cheese pizza.
The Temple of Health. You guys should have a gym right next to this place. All right, let's hit it.
Take our pineapple right over here to the grill. Boom. We're gonna take our Parmesan, about like so. Cheddar, onion, a little gorgonzola.
All the members of the Cheese family are showing up for this.
Pepperoni. Throw a little mozzarella on there.
More cheese.
More cheese. Now we're gonna run that homemade pizza sauce right across here. And a little olive. Now we're gonna throw on our grilled pineapple. Then our in-house pesto. Take our dome. Voila. Cooks for maybe 2.5, 3 minutes. So we're gonna top it with some sliced tomatoes. We're gonna cut it.
Wow, that holds up a lot better than I thought it was going to. This right here is just a gigantic thing of that crunchy fried cheese that you love on the outside of a quesadilla. The fact that you put toppings on it, God, it's crazy. Look at that. Fried cheese? Can't beat it.
Hey, here, Carrie, here's your fried cheese pizza.
It's extremely addicting. You have to share it. Everybody wants to try it.
I've never seen a fried cheese pizza anywhere else. Junkyard is unique foods that you just can't find anywhere else.
This is a hidden gem.
I'm telling you, dude, we've seen some crazy stuff on Triple D.
Yeah.
This is up there. Crazy Craig in the car carrier.
Loving it.
Very nice, brother.